from, I guess, a property owner. I think we saw it earlier tonight that we're looking to rezone on Creaghan Street. Anyway, that letter is requesting that council consider expanding the boundaries of the downtown, what we call the residential catchment area. This particular property is north of the Civic Center. For those that are familiar with Dr. McMillan's old office, that was my family doctor years ago. It's up in that particular area, that neighborhood. And based on the request that was made and the review that I did, looking at, of course, the strategic plan, which does talk about, housing development, but this one's more focused on the downtown plan, and that's why we created that downtown incentive. We did include portions of the Harkins property when we, built that, and we did the residential catchment area initially. But this particular piece of property, when you look at the residential neighborhood around it, and the fact that it is kind of a standalone vacant property in the area, just doesn't fit the spirit of why we created that catchment area and trying to intensify that, living and playing and working in your downtown. It's a little bit far outside. So again, if you look at my recommendation, I'm not recommending that council expand the boundaries, that we maintain the ones we are, and we try to do infill into the locations that are currently within that. This particular developer has benefited twice from the program that this council established. And we're very thankful that he did build the developments that he did. But in this particular case, we do not feel that expanding the boundaries is of any benefit other than receiving other requests from other small little properties around that. It's going to turn into ribbon development or be too expansive and really not give the impact that we're looking for from downtown intensification.
Thanks, Director McTavish. So since your recommendation is to not adopt the requested changes, would we, if we wanted to take your recommendation, do we just not send it up, or do we send it up to vote it down, so to speak, I guess?
That would likely be more of a clerk or a city manager process.
I would interpret an unwillingness of council to send it to a council meeting as a declining of the request, and which would lead to that letter being provided to the property owner.
Thanks. So I guess let me speak in support of the director's recommendation. Both of the incentive programs were really thoughtfully developed for specific reasons. Of the affordable housing one, of course, to address the ongoing affordable housing crisis, and we are seeing success in that program and need more of it, of course. And the downtown program was to help with the lack of housing stock, but also to help create density in our downtowns, which is a strategic form of development for many reasons. We know in our 2019 downtown redevelopment plan, it was identified that we have less density in our downtown core than any community in Atlantic Canada, and we need that density to support the local businesses downtown and to build up for a number of reasons, so people don't have to rely on cars. It's just good urban planning. This project really doesn't apply to either of those programs or lenses, and so I favor ongoing the programs the way that we have them as it relates to boundaries. And so I appreciate, the ask. It's always good for citizens to ask, and appreciate the ongoing development done by the requester. But in this, to me, we have our programs for defined reasons, and ultimately I support the director's recommendation. And it's, one else wanting to speak, so I'll ask if there's a motion, if anyone would like to make a motion to send it up. And no, the manager says if not sending it up would indicate that we are not interested in a discussion of revising the program in this way. And, I think in my remarks I'm helping to clarify that. So there's no hands to send it up. So we will take that as the instruction that there's not an appetite to review that piece of the program at this time, Mr. Manager.